Welcome back to The Strongest Sage with the Weakest Crest, Anime Review, episode number 6. We're here. The last two episodes discussed for this, that's released for this series. And given the way the season ended, there's no reason we can't have a season 2. I'll talk about that later. So basically, after finding out the name of the demon, they ride back home, prepare for final combat. Yeah, they actually, they go to like this, they go to the ruin they actually want to go to. Well, first, basically, here's what happens. Before that, they just killed last episode, wakes back up, but he's survived by the Demon Lord. This powerful demon, which in the last episode was a chaos demon, very powerful one. Reanimates a dead demon, chat for a bit, and then he dies. So, Gatius, who is the S-Rank adventurer, decides, hey, we have this emergency act that, in the absence of basically a lord, he assumes full authority of the town. And his first job is to appoint a temporary lord until a new one be appointed. So it's like, we have a head of the guild, forming the factory. It's like, I'm forming the factory. Good, you're the original lord. And that's that. And of course, he gets written off where he gets to say that, basically he gets to, do some training. And, it's not like he had this big battle. He's going to train with someone in the case. He's probably not going to basically go down in rank per se. He's just going to basically train himself in combat again. And Baba Giltius, he's never seen again. He's not even seen the next episode, so he's written out. So they go to this ruined tower, which, according to Mathis, he built the thing in his previous reincarnate, in the previous life. So basically, this is where they find out the name. Well, first they find out basically information is a demon, and they find out the guy's name, and it's a very powerful demon. One that was sealed. I think it says Zetios, I think his name is. Very powerful one, so they decided to rush back home. And on the way there, while flying on the back of Iris, he's broken from his seal, and he gets close. So basically, they split into two teams. Maddie and Iris basically hold him off while Laurie and Altea go to the capital to break into the palace storehouse, treasure room, to get a magical sword that he made. They don't know he made it, but he made it. So, basically their thing is they go in, they explain everything to the headmaster, they get to the castle, of course they get into the treasure room, but the guard by the door, and of course they think, he thinks they're intruders because they're breaking into the castle. And they're about to be, let's say, cornered. And then all of a sudden the king shows up. That, hey, let them through. They're adventurers. I know them. So they go in, they look around, and they find what they're looking for. And they rush out. Meanwhile, adult Maddie is basically battling him for quite a while. And it's more gruesome. It's basically more harder for him to fight this one because everyone's very easy. So he battles him for a while. And he thinks he wins, but it looks like he's about to die. And then, of course, he gets stabbed and supposedly dies, but then he gets the sword. He gets the sword just as soon as he gets stabbed. And apparently the sword's power is to revive the user who'd been killed. And use the sword to have a lot better fight with him and basically defeat him. But before he dies, he says that I'm not the only chaos demon in the world. And then he dies. And Maggie collapses, and we see, basically gets on the ground. And then, of course, Laurie jumps on top. It was like, ooh, it was really close. And then he starts bleeding, but the thing is, his excuse, he tells her that, it's just basically from the battle. The actual reason why, because she was so close, because she's got a thing for her. Casts heal himself, and then, of course, he casts the magic of the sword. So he's like, keep the sword, the sword is broken. Any particular magical item. And, of course, basically, so they deal with this particular one. Then we have this thing where the girls go to his room. Yes, we finally see his room in the final episode of the season. And we see all three of them. Iris, Laurie, and Atia. They're like, ooh, is this Maddie's room? And I think Laurie wants to basically sneak in. Maybe the game was... I think that it's implied she wants to give him a smooch. See his very sleeping face. But he's wide awake. I thought this was kind of funny. And then he summoned with the captain of the guard, which he keeps forgetting the guy's name because he beat him very quickly. So we have a new opponent for possible for season 2. This wooden puppet, which is powered by essence of humans, controlled by demons. I'm like, okay, this seems like a pretty interesting idea. I mean, anybody watching it was like, hey, this would be great for season 2. And they go off to that particular empire where this came from to basically deal with it. And possibly the empire maybe take over demons, so they go basically handle it. Okay, fine. And they go off, and that's it. Absolute great episodes. Love these episodes. Now, my final thoughts on the first season. I think this is just the first season because I hope this is because it was open for season 2. The first thing I got to comment on is the voice cast. They did an excellent job. Nobody was terrible. I'd say probably, for me anyway, it's my personal highlight seeing Brie Knickerbocker come with the voice of a dragon. That was awesome to see. Especially since this woman also play a demon and a fairy. It's just so awesome. Oh yeah, she also plays a lynch in the Konosuba. In my opinion, she did an excellent job. This is one of the more recent roles she actually did. Yeah, this only came out just last year. Yep, I had heard about this series. Like, I was kind of interested, and I figured, okay, and Brady Knickerbocker was like, okay, now you got my attention. Because my favorite voice actor scene. Look up, this is the first series I come across since I met Brady Knickerbocker in person that I've actually seen of hers in it. I'm going to see another one with hers in it soon. I'm not going to say what it is. You'll find out soon. Especially since the second season aired this year, which I'll get to that. But this series was a lot of fun. I love the fact that they actually, now in the manga, there's no hint of Mattias having a thing for Lori, not that I saw anyways. And the anime is clearly there. Lori has always had a thing. I'm not sure, it's not really stated if he has a thing for Lori. I wouldn't be surprised if he did. But in the anime, yeah, it's clearly there. Eris is probably by far the funniest character of the whole series because her whole thing is so funny. The whole thing is, she wants food and she's so strong. Yes. Lori is just basically just very fun and lovable of a character. And the fact that her, despite having a crush on Mattias, it does kind of drive her character to be better for herself. Yep. And is there only confined to the fact she has a crush on the main character? Not really, no. She's very good at enchanting. The fact that, well, Mattias kind of feels the same way, but they don't say it per se. And it's almost like the animators, or at least somebody wanted to see these two have a kiss in the anime. But some of us thought, no, they can't do that yet because maybe they haven't got to the series yet. Who knows? Now, I do have one criticism for the series, and it's not the anime. It's the light novels. There is no fan translation in these damn novels, and there's no official English release of these damn things. The manga release up here, no problem. I'm like, what? 7 Seas Entertainment, Yin Press, none of these other companies publish light novels. They couldn't publish this series? And if you're curious, though, how many light novels are there for Strong Two Weeks Crest? There's only 14 freaking books. Now you might be thinking, okay, so is the series over? Or is it like still publishing? As far as I could tell, it is. Oh, actually, there are 17 volumes. Excuse me. Yes. Yeah, I'm not sure why. But yeah, in case you're curious, though, the manga is always by Square Enix. Yes, Square Enix. As in the company that makes Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts. Well, it's a manga branch of theirs, but yes. Do I think these books are released over here? Yes. And I forgot to mention this. I don't remember if I did mention this when the series, when I saw my review series just not even a week or two ago. I think it was like a week ago I started this. Actually, it was just a few days ago. 2 days ago, excuse me. The series in this one is JC Staff. Yep. In my opinion, did an excellent job with the series. Oh yeah, definitely. Is this like the most recent series they're working on? No. Currently, right now, there is about 3 anime they're in right now that they're working on, and that's actually 4. There is to me, Sugar Apple Fairy Tale, Eden Zero Season 2, which I am reviewing that. The second season of West World, which actually is ending next week, sadly. And Sacrifice Princess and the King of Beasts. Okay, yeah. And there's 2 start up next month, which is the second season of the Duke and his maid, and the Reign of Seven Spellblades. Yes. Now, you might be thinking, okay, so since wrap this series up, what am I going to do next? Well, I'm actually going to do, I'm going to try to get to finish up the series, the current spin-off series, Explosion World War. I'm going to try to finish that one up because it's only got a few episodes left to go. So I'm going to try to finish it up so I can basically just, I'm going to try to finish it up so I can basically just move it to something else and I want to leave it hanging for a while. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, that's it, particular view. Next up, Comic Corner. Okay, thanks for you. Bye.